So what seems to be going on today?
Well, I'm having a hard time socializing with other people.
Can you tell me more about that?
Yes, well, let me start telling you a little bit about my life. Well, my name is Brendan. I'm 22 years old. I live here in Myrtle Beach, and I guess I've moved around a lot in my life, and I've never felt where I can belong, and just having a hard time socializing one-on-one with people.
I'm sorry, that sounds really tough. What efforts have you made to reach out to other people?
Well, I've gone out in public and I've forced myself to talk to the drive-through lady and random people, just silly questions, ask them what time it is, just to talk to them.
How has that been going for you?
It's been going well, and I improve myself every day, because practice makes perfect, you know?
What are you doing to practice your socializing skills?
Well, every day I work at it, and I have to make sacrifices in life. What was the question?
What do you do to practice those skills?
So, what I do to practice is I force myself to have interactions with people, because it's something I struggle with, and you keep working at it, and eventually you're going to improve on your skill, and you will overcome it and come out stronger.
How have you been feeling when you're trying these interactions with people?
It's like nails on a chalkboard. It's just very uncomfortable, but every time it's less and less. So, and it's getting to the point now where I can have a conversation with someone without making it uncomfortable.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that things are getting better for you.
Thank you, that means a lot.
Do you have anything else you're struggling with?
I am struggling with, I'm having a problem with my friend Bobby.
What's going on with Bobby?
Well, Bobby's been a little rude to me lately.
Why did he do that was rude?
I beat him at a video game online in front of everyone, and this was 3 weeks ago, and he has just been putting me down lately and nitpicking everything I do now.
I'm sorry to hear that. What's he doing to put you down?
He's been calling me names,
I'm sorry. How does that make you feel?
making me feel very insecure and worthless.
How have you addressed this situation with Bobby to try and make things better for the future?
Well, when he calls me names, I call him a name right back.
How progressive is that toward your goal, though?
It's not helping me out.
Do you think there's something else that you could do that would help you alleviate these problems with him?
Yes, I could ask him to stop, or I could bring up the fact that what he is saying to me is hurting me, and we can maybe work out a situation where it benefits both of us to put this behind us.
Well, that's great to hear. That sounds like a very constructive way to go about it. Because I know that you say that it seems like you want to do something to make it better, but you said you're calling him names right back.
Yeah.
That's not very constructive.
It's not. It's only creating a cycle of hatred and anger back at each other, and every time it gets worse and worse.
Tell me about you and Bobby's relationship outside of the video game.
I've never actually met him. We're only through voice, and he's my best friend.
That's good to know. You said you're struggling with social interactions. Did you struggle with Bobby's and interacting with him?
Mm-hmm. I did struggle a bit when I first met him, because he's a very cool guy, and this might come as a shock, but I'm not.
Well, how did you manage to get past that?
I wore him down until he let me be in his friend group.
What do you mean by you wore him down?
I just never left him alone and just kept asking to play games with me.
Well, it seems like that worked out for you and that you guys have a really great friendship now.
Yes, we're very good friends.
Would you ever do anything with Bobby to meet up or anything in person?
If he's ever going on vacation, he lives on the East Coast, so I would love to meet up with him.
It's fun.
Nothing ever. Also, COVID is happening, so
How has the COVID been affecting you?
it's not really affecting me much. Like I don't go outside much, so
Is there a reason why you don't go outside much?
I like being pale.
Oh, okay. So you don't mean that you don't go out into the community much, you just don't, you mean that you don't physically go outside in the sun.
Yeah, I don't go out in the sun. If I need food, I just go shopping and I go right back home. Just on myself.
So you're telling me that you just don't like to go physically outside in the sun. Then you're also telling me that when you go out into the community, like when you go grocery shopping, you try and rush back right away. So I'm getting some kind of conflicting side of your story. Would you be able to clarify that for me?
Yes, so when I was younger, I used to have my mom do all my grocery shopping for me. However, she stopped doing that for me and said I have to be a real man now. So I've been going on my own, and it's either not go outside and just stick to my principles like that, I suppose, or I starve and I need food. I need my food.
Why did she stop grocery shopping for you?
Well, I'm an adult now, and I need to go be a real man and just get into my car and go to Food Line and do my shopping.
How has that been going for you? Have you been successfully going to the store and doing your shopping?
Yes, I've been going to the store and I've been doing my shopping and I go through every aisle and I've even been buying stuff that I don't want because they got the stickers on it and it's like $1 off even though it's something I don't want. It's a good deal.
Is there a reason why you buy things that you don't want?
It makes me feel good about myself. Being able to say I can afford this and just buy it.
So how has your financial situation been?
My financial situation is not very good right now. So I'm only making minimum wage and I'm currently working at Little Caesars. And I understand I can get a better job and make some more money, but I really like working with pizza because the food is just so good.
Well, you're telling me you're not making a lot of money and you're kind of struggling financially, but then you're also just buying things at the grocery store to flex and just to spend that money.
Yes, that's correct. So I'm massively depressed in real life, and when I just buy stuff that I don't need, it makes me feel extremely good about myself, knowing that I can waste my money on this if I really want to.
How has that behavior been affecting you?
It's not going to be affecting me good in the long run. It's only a short-term problem to a long problem.
So what can we do to make you feel better to replace those behaviors?
I need to be more responsible with my money and maybe cut out my credit card, and I need to get a different job, something with more money coming in, and I need to be healthier as well.
Tell me a little bit more about why you need to be healthier.
Well, I used to be about 250 pounds and I recently lost a lot of weight. However, say the last 3-4 months, I've put on a good bit now and I'm scared that I'm just going to get back to that big old fat kid I used to be.
I'm sure that's a lot for you to deal with. What efforts have you been making to try and be healthier?
Well, every time I go to Little Caesars and I get a pizza, instead of eating the entire pizza right then and there, I will only eat half of it right then and there, and then eat the second half on the next day.
Well, you're telling me that you want to be healthy, but then even though you're limiting your pizza, you are still eating a lot of pizza. I don't think that's very constructive toward your goal.
I think he would be correct with that, because even though I'm taking in less calories, the calories are still not good for me. I need to stop eating such unhealthy food and I could go to Food Line and get something with the same amount of money, something much cheaper and much healthier for me, and feed me for much longer.
That sounds like a great idea right there.
I agree with that statement.
So is there anything what is stopping us from making that change and going to Food Line and buying those healthier items?
Pizza is just so good, and I just cannot resist myself. I understand that's a problem and I need to work on it, but it's hard. It's hard.
Sorry to hear that. Is there anything else you want to address today?
Yes. If there's any ideas, maybe I could work on some food plans, like throughout the week, or do something like that.
That sounds like a great idea.
I'm very happy you've been helping me out with this.
That's great to hear. I'm glad that I could be of service.